Hey guys, what's going on? It's Vic here, back with another Madden 23 video, and you guys told me to rebuild the Arizona Cardinals, but before we get into that, as always, you guys have been killing the like goals. Pretty sure we got, so far, as of right now, I think on my Giants rebuild, I got 32 likes. I'm about to release a Chargers video. It's about to release 15 minutes right before I'm recording this. It's 3:47 at my time. But anyways, let's see if we can try to hit 40 likes on this video. Definitely would appreciate it. Let me know which team you'd like me to rebuild next, and I'll probably feature your comment. But this is what we got for the team so far, and obviously they got Paris Johnson Jr. in the first round. I feel like whenever they traded back from 3 to 12, I feel like maybe Paris Johnson could have still been there at 12, and if he wasn't there, you still could have got Broderick Jones. So I feel like trading up, they didn't necessarily need to do, but hey, I'm not hating on this pick. I think the Cardinals had a great draft getting Paris Johnson, and with that being said, I am going to move DJ Humphries to left guard for now, just because I do not want DJ Humphries playing left tackle. Even though we are paying him as a left tackle, I'm probably not going to keep his contract forever. It would just improve the offensive line if I did move him to left guard and have Paris Johnson to start at left tackle, because he is going to be our superstar franchise left tackle, of course, for Kyler Murray. We got DeAndre Hopkins, there's been so many trade talks, and then there's not been trade talks, and then now I feel like that conversation has completely fallen out of it. So for this rebuild, I don't think I'm going to trade away DeAndre Hopkins unless he has no interest in re-signing with the team. We also got Rondale Moore, James Conner, who isn't what he used to be, so I'm going to have to probably draft a running back. Marquise Brown, Zach Ertz, who is pretty old in Madden. In real life, he's good, but in Madden, I can't develop him. O-line is terrible other than Paris Johnson Jr. DJ Humphries is 81 overall, but he has a huge contract. You got BJ Ojulari in the second round, which I thought was a great pick for their edge rushers, considering that they allowed the Texans to take an edge rusher, because the Texans traded up to 3 and took Will Anderson right in front of them. They got Garrett Williams as well. He tore his ACL in October, I believe it was. Maybe it was November or September, but I don't know if he will be starting off the rip for the Cardinals, so I am just going to move him to the bottom just for year one, just because of his ACL tear. I don't know if he's going to be starting. I don't know if he's going to be healthy by the time the season starts. I don't know what they plan to do with him, but I feel like he was one of the better corners in the draft if he just didn't tear his ACL. But yeah, he's going to be at the bottom for right now. Maybe I will move him up in year 2, but for right now, he's just going to be there. And everyone else here seems fine. So yeah, everyone else looks good. Budda Baker, there's been rumors about him wanting to be traded or be the highest paid safety in the NFL, but pretty sure he's going to get paid. I don't know why he is an X factor, but anyways, it's now time to move in to the midseason mark. Here we are at the midseason mark as we are 0-7. Wow. Baller team, boys. Baller team. Of course, I don't know how Kyler Murray's doing. Obviously not that good if we're 0-7. I don't know what necessarily to do. Usually a 4-3 scheme in Madden works way better than a 3-4. That's just how it is in Madden simulation. And I don't want to change the scheme. I feel like we're okay for now. I usually always do these playbooks. Maybe our team is just that bad. Defensively, is this Simmons? Is he playing edge rusher for me? He is. Over BJ Ojulari, bro? Bro, I don't like that. I want BJ Ojulari to actually, participate in being an edge rusher for the season. And I want him to play rush right end. Yeah, I don't know why Cameron Thomas is playing over BJ Ojulari. Yeah, he's a 64 overall pass rusher, but I don't care. I want him to start as my pass rusher instead of Isaiah Simmons. But anyways, let's see what we got here for the scouting national focus. Am I gonna have to do? I think I am just gonna do offensive line, because our offensive line is still terrible, and I will have to just try and stack it out the best I can. But anyways, let's see what we got for the players ready to negotiate. 0-7, we're going to have a really good pick at least. Kyrus Barnes, I do want back just because he's so young. 5-year deal. That's stupid cheap as well. And he has star dev. Rashad Fenton, no. Greg Dortch, Yeah, everyone else here does not have development, and they're just not worth the money. So let's move into the playoffs. And here we are finishing 2-15. Definitely going to have the #1 overall pick in the draft, which I can honestly kind of see next year. Kyler did terrible. 32nd best offense, 25th best defense. 3,900 yards, 19 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, 83 pass rating. Terrible year. I mean, he had good receivers. James Conner did terrible. He had good receivers, but a terrible offensive line. Still, Paris Johnson Jr. won't get it done by himself. Kaiser White, 144 tackles for a loss, 15 for LJ Collier, I believe. Sacks is 9.5 for BJ Ojulari. Great rookie year. Interceptions, 3 for Marco Wilson. Safeties, 0 defensive touchdowns is 0. So definitely going to have the #1 pick, probably going to trade out of it, but it's now time to move into the offseason. And the Niners get their revenge on the Kansas City Chiefs. Dre Greenlaw wins the Super Bowl MVP. Brock Purdy wins the league MVP. And there are no awards here for the Arizona Cardinals. Unfortunate, maybe BJ Ojulari gets Superstar Dev for having 9.5 sacks as a rookie. That'd be nice. Any development upgrades offensively, everyone's just regressing. That's the only thing I see. Defensively, Rashad Fenton gets Star Dev. Nice to see. Kaiser White gets Star Dev as well. BJ Ojulari stays the same. Everyone's morale is in the dirt, which is unfortunate, but hey, we get the #1 pick. Let's move into the re-signings. In the NFC West, Andy Lee and Pete Carroll both retire from the NFL. Let's see what we got for the players ready to negotiate. I'm pretty sure Rashad Fenton's here. He's 26. How much is this? This is not that bad. Honestly, I'll keep him. Yeah, I'll keep him with that because he is 26, Star Dev. It will at least be good depth for us long term if we need him and he doesn't pan out to be anything. I highly doubt anyone wants to sign with our team because we suck so bad, but let's move into free agency. After free agency, we ended up getting Josh Allen, who I was super surprised to see that he had a huge interest with the team. That's a big signing for us. Let's move into the draft. So I'm going to be trading with the Dolphins here for pick 14, from trading back from pick #1 to pick 14, getting their next year's first and a next year's third, which is honestly, actually, no, this is 2 first-round picks this year. I'm mistaken on that, which is really stupid because trading up for the #1 overall pick in real life is a lot harder, and even if I try to manual trade it, it won't go through, which is really stupid. But I'm getting pick 14 and pick 32 in this year's draft and a next year's third, so I think this is good enough for me. In the first round at pick 14, I'm picking up right tackle Emmett Barker out of NC State. Hidden dev, 6'7", 310 pounds, 84 strength, 77 acceleration. And with my other first-round pick, Lamar Boatwright out of Michigan State. Hidden development, 6'4", 90 speed, 89 acceleration, 94 acceleration, 89 change direction. 6'4", too, is crazy for a defensive back. My second-round pick, I'm picking up center Sam Campbell out of Oregon. Hidden dev, 6'3", 319, 84 strength. And in the third round, I'm picking up defensive tackle Tucker McKell out of USC, 6'5", 288, hidden dev, 87 strength. We're having a great draft. Now this is the team in year 2. Barker is a 73 overall. He's going to be the starter 100%. I don't know why he isn't there to start with. Yeah, there he is. Honestly, O-line isn't that bad. I don't really want to pay DJ Humphries because he's getting paid as much as a real left tackle in NFL in real life. So yeah, it's unfortunate. Auden Tate, Marco Wilson is this Marco Wilson? No, Michael Wilson of Stanford. Didn't even know they drafted him. But let's see what we got defensively. Mikkel is 71. Boatwright, I want him to potentially get Superstar Dev for being Rookie of the Year. But he is a 75 overall. Garrett Williams, I'm going to be making DB2. Fenton's going to be in the slot. And yeah, Josh Allen, Kaiser White. He's a pass coverage type guy, so he shouldn't be playing edge rusher to start with. I'm going to move him to inside linebacker for the Arizona Cardinals. See how that goes a little bit better. And Kaiser White, Zaven Collins, Kyrus Barnes. Do I want him starting? He is younger. I'll have him there. And then Kaiser White can be the middle linebacker, #3. Team looks pretty good. Specialist, Mikkel, Boatwright. Honestly, he can have everything. Garrett Williams can actually be the slot. Isaiah Simmons, BJ Ojulari. Yeah, Isaiah Simmons, I'm fine with being a pass rusher. Super athletic, 6'4" and 240 pounds too. So let's move in to the midseason mark. Going from 0-7 to 5-2 at the midseason mark. What a change up. Let's see what we got for the scouting national focus. I think I am going to go with maybe tight end here because Zach Ertz is aging. This is not a retirement home. It is a business, boys. We cannot keep him forever. Sorry. Players ready to negotiate. Let's see what we have here. We have Marquise Brown. Definitely want to keep him back. 5-year deal. And he resigns. Isaiah Simmons is coming back for sure. And he resigns. Let's see what we got. Matt Prater, Kaiser White. He's going to be 28. If he accepts a bigger bonus, I'll do 2 years. He wants more money, unfortunate. We only have $9 million left, and I still have to pay Kyler Murray, I'm pretty sure. Or did he get... Oh, no, he got paid in real life. I'm going to cut probably DJ Humphries after the season. But anyways, let's move into the playoffs. Here we are in the playoffs going 11-6 top the division. Surprised the Niners only went 9-8 and Seahawks went 4-13. But hey, I'm not complaining. We take the division. Stats and awards. Let's see what we got. Kyler Murray absolutely balled. Good stuff. 14th best offense in the NFL. First defense. 4,800 yards, 35 TDs. Too many interceptions, but 14 isn't horrible, I guess. And 102 pass rating is pretty good. Rushing wise, James Conner did not bad other than his average. Almost 1,100 yards at 12 touchdowns. And Rondale Moore with 1,100 yards, 7 touchdowns. DeAndre Hopkins, 5 touchdowns, 1,100 yards. Zach Ertz, 1,000 yards, 8 touchdowns. Marquise Brown, 9 touchdowns and 1,000 yards. Great ball distribution. Garrett Williams, 113 tackles, tackles for a loss, 18 for Tucker McKell, and sacks 12 for Josh Allen, 10.5 for Isaiah Simmons, interceptions 6 for Zaven Collins. That's probably superstar dev. 0 safety, 0 defensive touchdowns, 6 interceptions for a linebacker. It's kind of crazy. Let's see what we got here against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to see if we can get our first playoff win of the rebuild, and we do. 24-21 here to face the 11-6 Atlanta Falcons. We are both at the same overall and have the same record. Let's see what we got, and we beat them 13-31. Here to face the 10-7 Green Bay Packers, and we both have the same overall, so let's move into the conference championship. Here we are against the Green Bay Packers, 7-0 start for the Packers, as our offense seems to be asleep. Yeah, 17-0. Great start, Cardinals. Feels like the conference championship game against the Panthers. Remember that, guys, Cardinals fans? What was it, like 41-14 was the final score? 24-10 right now. We can proceed to get blown out. Yeah, didn't even score in the red zone. And that's going to be that. We're not going to the Super Bowl. Back again. So 27-10, let's move into the offseason. And the Raiders beat the Packers in the Super Bowl. Jimmy Garoppolo wins the Super Bowl MVP. Jalen Hurts wins the league MVP. And Lamar Boatwright wins the Defensive Rookie of the Year. So he should have at least superstar dev as a DB. That would be huge for the team. What do we got for the upgrades, though? Unfortunately, both my offensive linemen are only star dev, but that's not bad. Zach Ertz gets star dev as well, which is good and bad, but I'm not really going to keep him here forever. Defensively, Zaven Collins gets superstar, and Boatwright also gets superstar as well. Mikal is only a star dev. I was really hoping he was superstar because, honestly, he was pretty good. So, anyways, guys, apart from that, it's now time to move into the re-signings. In the NFC West, Brett Kern, the punter for the Rams, retires. He was the punter for the Titans at 1.2, I think. Let's see what we got for the re-signings. Matt Prater, Kazir White, Auden Tate, absolutely nobody of interest. So anyways, guys, I need to get a new punter and kicker. Let's move into free agency. After free agency, we got Cam Akers to replace James Conner. We got Harrison Butker, Jonah Jackson, and Corey Bojorquez. So Jonah Jackson is definitely going to replace, DJ Humphries. Definitely going to cut him. So let's move in to the draft. In the first round, picking up left end Jeremy Alford. Only normal dev. I swear, anytime I draft a defensive end, they're normal dev all the time. 6'6", 289 out of Ohio State, 92 strength, 76 speed, normal dev. He had A play rec, A tackle, B block shedding, and he also had elite strength, so I picked him. He's going to be my right end. I'm going to move him from left to right. In the third round, I'm picking up tight end Roman Henning out of Notre Dame, hidden dev, 6'4", 237. Definitely going to be the replacement for Zach Ertz. A's across the board. That's what I like to see. Here we are after the draft. Henning is a 73 overall, so he's definitely going to be the starter. And also, who's this Tucker guy? Seems to be not bad. It looks like the AI picked him up in the fourth round. I usually stop drafting after the third round. Only 87 speed, but 91 acceleration. So that's nice to see. But let's see what we got for the rest of the offense. DJ Humphries, you are gone. Done with you. $12 million in cap penalty. How long did you pay this guy? You paid him, dude, why are you paying him this much? I'm going to have to dump his contract to another team that wants him. Let's give him a fair offer. Let's trade him away for like a third because he's not horrible. He's just not worth his contract. Who wants him? Bengals want him? Yeah, sure, you can have him. Actually, they can't take him unless I take a player from them. So give me your third round pick. And then also give me just a third string quarterback. Sure, give me this guy, Patrick Kelly, to take him off your hands. There we go. DJ Humphries is off to the Bengals. And yeah, that's looking pretty good. Got to refresh the AI so that way it recognizes without DJ Humphries, and everyone else looks pretty good. I'm fine with Will Hernandez, actually. 28 years old, he won't regress for a while. 95 strength is very good. Henning, of course, going to have to move him back up over Zach Ertz. Defensively, we are looking all right. I need Alford to start at right end instead of left end. So that way my first round pick won't go to waste, please. Let's see him at right end. And I just need to stop drafting defensive ends unless I see some like godlike stats. For real, let me move this over. Alford is going to start. And we should be pretty good. I like our team. It really honestly just needs to develop as always. That always seems to be the problem. Cam Akers is starting over James Conner for sure. I'm probably going to cut James Conner too eventually. Gotta move Henning all the way back up, move Tucker to wide receiver 4. And yeah, apart from that, guys, it is now time to move into the midseason mark. Here we are at the midseason mark as we are 3-3, second in the division. Everything's doing good, but our points per game, so it looks like we're not doing well in the red zone as always. Seems like that's how it always is in simulation. But let's see what we got. Maybe depth defensive tackle would be nice. It always helps in simulation whenever you have multiple defensive tackles. So that's why the Eagles ball out so much, and they have an X-Factor quarterback. You know, that may help a little bit. Buda Baker, and he does want to stay here, so he does resign. Bring the length down? What? Okay. DeAndre Hopkins, I want him back on the team, even though he is pretty old. He's still 93 overall. Rondale Moore, I do want back. He's my slot guy. He resigns. Wow, I have so much money now that DJ Humphries is gone. Thank God. Zaven Collins, I need to resign. Bring the length down. Okay. I'll just give you more money. James Conner can walk. Will Hernandez, I want back, but if he doesn't want to come back, he doesn't want to come back. He doesn't want that deal, so I'm not going to give it to him. Zach Ertz doesn't want to come back. Marco Wilson shouldn't even be here. Matter of fact, I don't need Marco Wilson. I'm not even going to bug with that because I already have 4 good wide receivers that he is not involved with. So anyways, guys, it's now time to move in to the playoffs. Here we are in the playoffs, missing the playoffs, going 9-8. Okay, I guess. Kyler Murray, not a bad season for sure. Similar to last season, actually. 7th best offense, 5th best defense. And we're top 10 in both, and we still missed the playoffs. Okay, 4,800 yards, 35 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, 102 pass rating. Cam Akers, 13 touchdowns, 4.2 per carry, 1,200 yards. Rondale Moore, 1,400 yards, 15 touchdowns. Marquise Brown, 1,000 yards. DeAndre Hopkins, 1,000 yards. Looking at it defensively, Zaven Collins, 140 tackles for a loss. 12 for Isaiah Simmons, sacks. 10 for Isaiah Simmons, 8.5 for Josh Allen. Really, that's it. 2 interceptions for Zaven Collins, safeties. 1 for BJ Ojolari, and 0 defensive touchdowns. So, anyways, guys, apart from that, it's now time to move in to the offseason. Cowboys beat the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. Damon Clark wins the Super Bowl MVP. Patrick Mahomes wins the league MVP. Lovie Smith wins Coach of the Year. Okay, EA, thank you for updating your rosters. Okay, because they just make the community do it because they don't want to do it so that we pay for another $70 bullshit game. It's copy and pasted. But what do we got for the team upgrades? Rondale Moore gets Superstar Dev. That's awesome to see. Henning, I still want over Trey McBride. And yeah, that looks like it's about it. Tucker also, the wide receiver that the AI picked up, only has Star Dev. Defensively looking into it, Isaiah Simmons gets Superstar Dev. And that is about it. Unfortunately, Alford does not get Star Dev. How old is Jalen Thompson? He's 27, but he doesn't really seem to be progressing at all. But anyways, guys, apart from that, let's move into the re-sign players. In the NFC West, Ryan Tannehill and Trent Williams both retire. Ryan Tannehill bouncing around from every team. Players ready to negotiate. Let's see what we got here. Buda Baker didn't want to be here because he wanted me to lower the contract. I think that just means more money. So here, take more money. He resigns. Zaven Collins had the exact same problem. Here, just take the money, dude. You can have it. Don't care. James Conner can walk. Will Hernandez can walk. Zach Ertz can walk. Marco Wilson. Everyone else here I'm not interested in. I have $73 million to spend in free agency. Let's move into it. So I got Jonathan Taylor, Darius Slay, and Chardavius Ward. Our secondary has so much depth, and some of you guys may be saying, oh, well, Cam Akers had a pretty good season with you. Why would you replace him with Jonathan Taylor? I'm not replacing him. I'm just adding a 1-2 punch more like, because having X factors, whether or not they're good overall, is hugely reliant on whether or not you are successful in simulation. So that's why I got Darius Slay and Jonathan Taylor. So anyways, let's move into the draft. In the first round, I'm picking up a right guard, Sean Martin, out of Boston College to replace Will Hernandez. Hidden dev, 89 strength, 81 jumping, 6'3", 326 pounds. In the second round, I'm picking up defensive tackle Max Jenkins out of Miami, 6'4", almost 300 pounds out of Miami, 86 strength, 84 jumping. For being almost 300 pounds is crazy in hidden development. Now this is the team going into the fourth and final season. Looks like the AI picked up this guy named Porter. I picked up Martin, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Sean Martin out of Boston College. They just kept picking up offensive linemen. Okay, who is this guy? Poole? Matt Poole. He's a higher overall than the first round pick that I had. And he's a left guard. We're going to officially move him to right guard. And sure, now we have a good backup center, a good starting left guard. Wow, that's got quite the depth there. Henning is going to be the starting tight end. Team looks very good going into the final season. It's surprising that Kyler Murray only got up to an 83 overall, which is kind of stupid. His superstar dev. Bowers, Jenkins is a 72. Yeah, so much depth on this DB core. Really a lot. Honestly, kind of unnecessary amount. I don't think I needed Chardavius Ward, but hey, I got him, so why not? Yeah, team looks great. We should be easily a playoff team, in my opinion, especially since we were top 10 in both categories last season, but didn't make the playoffs. So let's move in to the playoffs for the fourth and final season. here we are in the playoffs, 13-4 top the division, here to face the 12 and not here to face the 12-5 Seahawks. The 12-5 Seahawks also made it. Kyler Murray having a good season, 11th best offense in the NFL, 5th best defense, 4,300 yards, 42 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, great ratio, and 107 pass rating. Jonathan Taylor, beast, 18 touchdowns, 6.0 per carry, almost 1,800 yards. D-Hop, 1,100 yards, 11 touchdowns. Rondale Moore, 1,000 yards, 12 touchdowns. Looking at it defensively, Zaven Collins, 131 tackles for a loss, 15 for Isaiah Simmons, sacks, 12 for Josh Allen, 8.5 for Isaiah Simmons, interceptions, 4 for Kyrus Barnes, safeties is 1 for Josh Allen, defensive touchdowns is 0. So, anyways, guys, apart from that, let's see who we're going to be facing in the divisional round. Depends who it is. I might simulate it. I might play it. Let's see what we got here. We have the Eagles. We're 3 overalls higher than them. And, man, their defense really sucks. You know, I'm going to simulate this. Let's see what we got. I could have jumped into it, but who knows? We could win. We don't. Okay. Sorry for any Cardinals fans, but your franchise remains poverty, and this is not a successful rebuild. Furthest we got was the conference championship against the Packers, and we lost in year 2. But we still built a very good team. BJ Ojolari had a solid career for sure until we got, you know, Josh Allen. So it was only one season he had a solid career. But honestly, it wasn't that bad. And the Chiefs beat the Eagles again in the Super Bowl. Nick Bolton was the Super Bowl MVP, which should have happened in real life. And Josh Allen wins the league MVP. There are no awards here for the Arizona Cardinals. Honestly, pretty happy with the rebuild, even though it wasn't a successful one because we didn't win the Super Bowl. We still got Paris Johnson Jr., Henning got superstar dev. Honestly, really good team we built for sure. With a couple more years, I think we could have won it. I'll probably do it off camera, but the point of a rebuild is try to rebuild the team within 4 to 5 years. But anyways, guys, apart from that, also Isaiah Simmons gets X Factor. But anyways, guys, apart from that, I thank you guys all for watching once again. Let me know which team you want me to rebuild next, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.